Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Young and the Restless has Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, single now after dumping Kyle Abbott, Michael Miller, and she is ready to go out and really live her life. We're going to talk about what Claire is going to do now that she's single and eager to mingle. So Claire just broke up with Kyle, partly because he kissed Audra Charles, Zuleika Silva, and lied about it, and partly because she needs more life experience. Kyle was Claire's first in every way, and she wants to experience more of life before she settles down. Kyle might have been able to talk her into sticking with him if he had just given her a moment to breathe and think things through when all of the Audra Charles stuff came out. But instead, Kyle doubled down and tried to fix things in the worst possible way by proposing. Plus, he didn't let up, not even after she turned down the proposal. I think Kyle's proposing is what pushed Claire to realize that she can't settle down with anybody right now, least of all him, because she jumped in too deep and too fast, and now she wants a reset. Claire is still figuring out who she is after being controlled all of her life by her psycho Aunt Jordan Howard, Colleen Zenk. So, now that she is free to live life on her terms without Kyle pressuring her or Jordan controlling her, we've got a few ideas for what she should do next. First of all, there's Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, to consider. He's gorgeous, and I'm thinking Claire should expand her horizons romantically, or at least in terms of intimacy. Kyle was already saying that Holden is a playboy, and that Claire going to see him in Lair is a trap. But I think Claire is out to have some fun and get more experience. However, I will say I hope she doesn't fall in love with Holden, because she is just coming out of a super serious relationship with Kyle. Claire needs to explore a lot more of what life has to offer before she gets into another serious relationship. However, Holden could be a really fun place for her to get started doing a little more exploration, a little more living. The next thing that I think Claire should do is encourage Nate Hastings to reunite with her mom, Victoria Newman. That way, Claire can rub it in Audra Charles' face that Nate is with a better woman, and he won't ever take another look at Audra again. Now, it feels to me like Young and the Restless is ready to revisit Nate and Victoria as a couple. The last time they were together, they didn't do it the right way because Nate was cheating on Elena Dawson with Victoria, and then Victor Newman, Eric Braden, stuck his nose in where it didn't belong, like he always does. But now Nate and Victoria are in very different places. They've both done a lot of growing and have developed a deep and genuine friendship. So I think Nate and Victoria could be really good for each other at this point. So a third thing I'd like to see Claire do is to spend some time bonding with her uncle Adam Newman, Mark Grossman. They haven't had the chance to really get to know each other and bond, because there's just one crisis after another with the Newmans. I do think Claire and Adam have a lot in common. Now, a fourth thing I'd like to see is for Claire to set some crystal clear boundaries with her grandpa, Victor Newman. He needs to know that he doesn't ever get to meddle in Claire's life again. Based on how he did her and Kyle so dirty making that deal with Audra Charles, I feel like Claire needs to make it very clear to Victor. This was your one chance with me. Don't ever meddle in my relationships again. So fifth, and finally, I think Claire needs to come back to Genoa City and rub her hot rebound fling with Holden right in Kyle's face as soon as she gets back from Lair. And yes, I know Victor was the one plotting against Claire and Kyle, but Kyle is the one who went way too far with Audra Charles. As far as I'm concerned, he was legit cheating, no matter what his explanation was for trying to out her scheme. Kyle had every opportunity to be the bigger man, to be the better man than Victor. But instead, Kyle let Victor play him like a cheap fiddle. And Kyle is the one who ultimately destroyed his relationship with Claire by telling all those lies. I really hope Claire eventually finds out that Kyle and Audra were rolling around on the bed with only a towel between them and kissing passionately, starting to put hands places, and then it barely stopped. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.